There's nothing convenient about being in business. That's right, you heard me correctly. Coach Brew here, another episode of Windshield Wisdom. And there really is nothing convenient about being in business. At least not for the business owner. And here's what I mean. Convenience is not necessarily for the business owner. It's great if there are certain conveniences that can be built into your business. But owning a business, running a business, even working for someone else isn't necessarily ever real convenient. It's not supposed to be. Not for you, at least. You know who it's supposed to be convenient for? Your clients, your customers. That's right. So I share this with you because on Saturday I was cleaning my pool and the brush to the vacuum broke, snapped right off the handle, sunk at the bottom of the pool. Next thing I know, as I'm pulling up what's left of it, the hose is cracked, which is why the plastic part to the brush broke and sank to the bottom of the pool. So I share that with you because it's midday and I go to the pool supply company, pool supply store, a couple towns over where we buy our chemicals, pool supplies. They come out, they open it up, they close it at the end of the season, open at the beginning. And much to my dismay, on a Saturday afternoon in June, it's June at the time of this recording, it's summer, they are closed. I look on their website. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Saturday, 9 to 3. It's the middle of the afternoon in the summer, in June, and they're closed. And they are, wait for it, the other half of the weekend, not open at all. So follow the logic or lack thereof. Are people typically using their pools from 9 to 5 Monday through Friday? Not so much. They're at work, just like the pool company. Are they typically using, performing maintenance on, working on, setting up, fixing their pool on the weekends? Absolutely. And they would need what? Pool supplies and access to more pool supplies. So I share this with you, A, out of frustration, B, because there's a huge lesson for you, even if you don't run a pool company. And here's the lesson. You should be open when your customers need you, not when you feel like it. And a lot of these companies, not just pool supply companies, but local small businesses, complain that people order things online from like poolsupplies.com, parts companies online, the A word that rhymes with Scamazon. All these other online e-commerce businesses, they complain that, the big box store or the online retailers, stealing their lunch. Well, you know what? Maybe if you were open when it was convenient for a customer, not convenient for you, you'd be making more money. You'd have more loyal customers. You're training me to go somewhere else. So where am I going? I'm on my way to a different pool supply company that's actually closer to my house I didn't know about. That's another whole conversation why I didn't know about them, and they're 0.4 of a mile from my home. But I'm going there to buy a new hose and to buy a new vacuum brush and probably pick up a couple other things. Why? A, it's a little more convenient, and B, the other companies trained me to go elsewhere. And I'm lucky that A, these are first world problems, but B, that I can create a parallel to share with you on why you need to do things that aren't convenient for you, but they are for your customers. An example I would love to give you as we're about to drive past a local bank is a story about TD Bank. TD Bank was in a lot of trouble. I want to say it was the late 80s, early 90s, maybe even beyond that. But TD Bank was in a lot of trouble. And their CEO at the time, as we pass a key bank on our right, the CEO of TD Bank at the time consulted with he had a personal board of directors, some marketers, people who were not from the banking industry. And he asked them, how can I gain market share? How can I make this company profitable again? What can I do that everyone else isn't doing? We need to find another way. We need to find a better way. These guys, over breakfast, looked at him and they're like, banks are the most inconvenient places in the world. You keep, quote, banker's hours. You typically open after everybody else goes to work, and you typically close well before everyone else gets to leave their job. Maybe if you had early morning hours and extended hours in the evening, people could, I don't know, here's a crazy thought, go to the bank on their way to work or on their way home from work, and you'd actually be open when none of your competitors would. They took it a step further. They established extended weekend hours. They also, and that's not convenient for the bank, it's convenient for the customer. They also put TD Bank locations inside grocery stores. Why? People like to pay by check. People also need cash. They need to cash checks. People need access to ATM machines when they go, you guessed it, grocery shopping. So you made yourself a super convenient location, and you created hours that are accessible and convenient for your customer. And guess what happened with TD Bank? They gained a ton of market share very quickly. Why? They're doing something no one else is doing, and they made it convenient for, you guessed it, the customer, not themselves. So, with that in mind, I'd encourage you to take a look at how you are making things inconvenient for your customers. If you want to know how, just ask them. Guess what? They will tell you. Ask them what you don't like. Ask them what frustrates them. They'll tell you everything you need to know, folks. And then adjust. Because the worst thing you can do is ask and do nothing. I'd rather you not ask me if you're not going to respond or not going to act on that information, because that just demonstrates your apathy even more. And if you don't ask, here's what's worse. You don't ask, you don't survey your audience, and they just quietly go somewhere else, like to another pool company. So there you have it. That's this episode of Windshield Wisdom. Business is not supposed to be convenient for you. It's supposed to be convenient for your customers. In an ideal world, a perfect world, it's a win-win. It's convenient for both of you, but that's not always the case. So you want to err on the side of making it convenient for your customer. I'm Coach Brew. You enjoyed this. I'd appreciate it if you would like the video, share the video, and click subscribe to get more content just like this. You can also go to my website, coachbrew.com, and sign up for the Daily Brew, which is my email list. If you found this information valuable, I send to my list A podcast from time to time, B, articles similar to this, and C, videos similar to this on a range of subjects related to leadership performance in business and sports for that matter. Hence the name Coach Brew. So head on over to coachbrew.com. There you have it, and there it is. When you do that and you go to the Daily Brew, you're going to get a 12-page special report for free. That is 12 ways to double your sales, double your results. And that is a $99 value. It's actually a subscription newsletter that goes to my inner circle. They pay $99 a month to be part of that exclusive community. You can check that out too. It all starts at coachbrew.com. We'll see you in the next episode of Windshield Wisdom.